we're working on today and our brain stuff, the Dowager's hump, making sure we don't have this going on. Anybody got that going on? The shoulders hunching forward and this crunchy area right back here? Yeah.
Guilty as charged to throw myself on the mercy of the court.
So just to make sure you know where to put the block, find those little nodules. So trace the neck, the soft tissue, and then at the base of the skull, you feel the base of the skull. And then right above that, there's some little bony structures at the base of the skull, where it's just above where it touches the neck of so you want the block positioned right at that edge so it pulls up. You want it so it pulls the block when you come down, it's going to pull up on that area and your chin will go down. So we're stretching, reestablishing basically the elasticity for the neck, the natural curve of the neck, which feeds the brain. There's so many nerve endings back here that it's very important that this space is stimulated and not tight, so the brain gets what it needs. So when you lie down, so the block will be long ways, not vertical to the body, but parallel to the body. And then the edge, it's a mama bear, baby bear, the flat side. And the edge of the block is going to go right there. To soften the edge, we're going to put just one layer or two, depending on, I've got two soft blanket on one of the thicker blanket, just so the blanket goes, it just barely touches, it doesn't lap onto the floor, it just laps across the front of the block. So it doesn't impede your shoulders in any way. You want your shoulders flat and that occipital ridge area pulling up. Okay. Hi, Chrissy.
Hi.
Did you get that?
I think I get what you're doing.
Yeah, we're releasing, we're helping the brain by, and the Dowager's pump by putting the edge right with the occipital ridge. We're trying to pull up and expand this area.
Got it.
Hi, Julie.
Hi.
Okay. So, and have your strap and handy.
That look anywhere near right?
I can't see the block because of the blanket, but
okay, hang on.
Lift up and just let me see your block. Come out of it. I think your block, see how your head is still level? Scoot down toward your feet a little bit more so that it pulls up. No, too far. Just, it should be maybe two, just depends on your body. You might have been right before. You just want to feel those knobs. Feel those knobs. No, go back. Go back toward your head. Feel the knobs. At no time,
Up or down?
You need to go up and put that blanket back over. You want that. Feel the knobs. Feel where the skull meets the neck. And where the skull meets the neck, you want the block right under that. So it hooks those knobs and pulls them back. You want to hook the knobs and pull them back. Hi, Gazelle. We're working on the occipital ridge. The chin, because the knobs are pulling up and back and elongating the neck, the chin should be toward the chest. That's it. Now you look better. At no point, and I think you're good, Jessica. Julie, I can't see you. And Chrissy, you look good, but be careful. Don't let the block in any way be on the soft tissue of you don't want to feel it on the knobs of the neck. At no time should it be on the cervical spine. And make sure the blanket is free of the shoulders. So your shoulders are flat. Go ahead and see if you can turn your palms up and flatten the shoulders down the back. Good. Lower your arms lower than the shoulders so the shoulder blades go down. No, not that much yet. Halfway, yeah. You find, go slow so you can feel how the shoulders tuck naturally at a certain point with the arms out. So, Chrissy, where are you? Come here. Get embodied. I'm with you. Okay, good. So you're looking good. Yeah, that looks good. Just make sure it's not on the soft tissue of the neck. No, at no point should the knobs of the neck be on the block. I mean, except where they hit the skull, right below where the skull hits the neck. Okay, good. So you should be feeling you should be feeling a nice gentle stretch in that area. Oh, this area feeds your brain and your eyes and your everything. You got to keep it open. There's so many nerve channels, meridians in there. Palms are up, shoulders relax. Now, take your feet, bend your knees, take your feet as wide as the mat, depending on the length of your legs, of course, and bend your knees. Feet are on the mat, and then just let your knees hit. And this is going to release your hips, your psoas, your main hip flexor, so you can breathe well. And release your back and hips. Adduction of the hips. Nice. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath. As you exhale, land here now. Feel the support underneath you. Deep breath. Bigger breath. Hold it. Feel the tension. And anything you can let go as you exhale, let go. Feel muscles and tissues melting. Your head getting heavier onto the support. You can do that one more time with me. Deep breath. Notice where you feel it. Sit in a little bit more. Hold it. Notice your shoulders, your head, your hips. Let go. Feel yourself sink. Those shoulders particularly. Just imagine anything you've been holding on those shoulders racing up against, melting off. Become present to you. And noticing what is good here. As you begin your class, what is good? Remembering that the untrained mind usually goes to what's lacking, what's not so good. If we want to be happy, if we want endorphins to flow, our brain to be happy, we have to train the mind on goodness. And feel any ease that comes when consciousness goes to goodness. Sometimes the heart softens. You might feel lighter, heart more loving, the body more relaxed. You might recall a good act or deed you did. as we practice today, cultivating and basking in these feelings of goodness, our goodness, training the mind to focus on the positive, not like a Pollyanna, but disciplined awareness of the goodness in yourself, in your poses, your practice, the Sangha, the community. Now take the feet together like in bound angle, but slide the feet forward in a very loose bound angle, like a diamond shape, so it's easy to open the inner groins, the hip flexors. Let the knees fall out. Begin to deepen your breath. Slow your breath down. And working on toning and detoxing, stimulating lymph and cleansing lymph for the brain, the gut to the brain axis. As you exhale, draw the belly in and push, 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 like until you get all the air out. You might notice the legs might want to get involved. Relax your legs, and as you exhale, as you inhale, let everything go. Belly rises, big booty belly, and as you exhale, draw in again. Push, push, push out. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Push until everything's out. Pause. Keep everything relaxed. And when the breath is needed, breathe in. Low belly, side ribs, back, chest, upper. That full, complete breath that we're doing, that vertical and lateral breath that we've been working on. As you exhale, keep going your own pace. Squeeze everything and tone. You might even feel the pelvic floor lifting. Add that awareness, good awareness around the pelvic floor, and then relax everything. Your legs might have to relax and breathe in. Belly first, sides, back, chest, and above the collarbones. 2 more on your own. Exhaling completely, pushing everything out, holding and relaxing. Pull up the pelvic floor, the perineum. Notice the tension in the body as you hold, and then relax all of that as you inhale. 1 more. Keep relaxing the legs. And then let the pranayama fall away. Take a nice, wonderful, good breath in. And let it go. And then straighten out your legs, or keep bring them in into reconstructive rest pose, knees bent, whatever works for your back here. You might want to scoop your tail, like press into the feet, scoop your tail, straighten out that back, and straighten your legs, or not. And then let's just massage the occipital ridge area. Turn your head to the right on the block. You might feel the left side of the neck stretch. Pause over there. Keep that left shoulder relaxed. And begin to make circles. Soften your fingers, your hands. Make sure there's no tension anywhere. Circle it slowly so you feel that knob over there. So you're circling around the knob and a little bit on the neck. Adding a little pressure to get the massage. Feel those tendons there, and then circle the other way. So you are on the side of the neck a little bit, just under that ridge. No knobs over there. of the middle spine. Okay, and then come to center. You might notice that right side of the neck has released, like it's away from the block or something. And then go to the other side, find that tendon, adjust your block if you need, and then circle, press gently as you circle, pressing your nose down toward the floor, chest, center, up, just all around that knobby area, that tendon. If you have a headache, this is a great way to get circulation there. Tension in your neck. Notice what happened to your bra. Keep that breath smooth and flowing. You might notice one side's different from the other. The goodness of massage. Any movement you want. It doesn't have to be circles, it can be any movement is going to release that tension there. Okay, come back to center. Press the block and that blanket behind you, get it out of your way. Take the arms up, give yourself a full body stretch. Big breath with it. Let the breath help you stretch. You reach back and through the fingers and flex your toes, reach to the heels. Feel the ribs, they might be poking up as you take one more deep breath in. Feel that low ribs, they might be off the floor. As you exhale, bend your knees, draw your ribs down toward the floor, and pull both knees in. Wrap around your legs somehow. Pull those knees in and stretch that low back. Draw your chin down. Just notice the back of your neck. If it feels more away from the floor, which it should, the natural curve of the cervical spine, your neck would never be flat on the floor because it curves inward there. And then just rocking from side to side, feeling the release of maybe the hamstrings, the hips and buttocks. Feel the goodness of the massage on your belly and low back. Notice if you're holding your neck tight, re-establishing tension there after we massaged it out. Let your head be heavy and just kind of rock and go wherever it wants. Let those feet fall to the floor right under your knees. And arrange your fingers around just under the kneecap on the right leg or behind on the thigh. Pull the knee in. Give yourself a good press into that belly. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Draw the knee from side to side just so you get a loosen of that hip again. So you're adducting the knee across the navel and then out to the right, to the left, over the navel, best you can. And keep that breath smooth and flowing. Don't send signals to the body by holding your breath that it's not good. And then grab that belt, lasso the foot, and send the foot up, straightening the leg as best you can. Good stretch here. So take each end of the belt level or even. Come to the ends of the belt and then just wrap your wrists or your palms around the belt so you can just kind of hang off the belt if you can. And the elbows are really relaxed. And then flex your toes towards your kneecap. The belt's right under the balls of the toes, helping the toes pull back and reach the heel. Straighten your leg as best you can. Your pelvis is on the floor. If your hamstring's tight, your low back's off. At inhale, that's kind of like a little dog tail. Your tail is heavy, your low back comes off the floor. As you exhale, draw your ribs, your spine toward the floor. See if you can pull that foot closer to your face. Keep the low ribs down and pull the left knee in. So your right foot is up on the belt. You bend your left knee toward your chest and push the left foot up to match your other foot. Both feet are up. One on a belt, one not on a belt.
Okay.
Keep your low ribs down. Press, as you exhale, press the ribs down. Inhale. As you exhale, slowly lower the left heel down until your low ribs try to come off the floor. We're working on your core. That's it. Keep the low ribs down. Keep letting that left foot fall down. Notice if your shoulders are trying to do the work. It's just your core. Just your core. Good. Inhale. As you exhale, pull that leg slowly forward up again. Inhale. As you exhale, belly in, spine down, bring the foot down, shoulders do not get involved. Squeeze your left glutes, your right glutes. One more time. Inhale. Exhale that foot up. Inhale. Exhale the foot down with awareness of the core, doing the work, not your shoulders, not a grip on the belt. Ew. Squeeze that left glute. The heel never comes all the way to the floor. Maybe it's not just hanging out there, you're activating your glutes. And next exhalation, bring that foot back up. And both knees. Let your feet come to the floor a minute. Release. Any tension. Release your belt. And bring the left knee in. Massaging your descending bone. Remember, brain health starts in your gut. So you want the good lymph there. You want the detox. Notice if you're leaning over to the left, see if you can press more into the right side so the body's level. The right leg is bent. The foot could go forward a little bit if needed to be able to rock that knee from side to side. So you're trying to keep the thigh on the belly as best you can as you go across the navel to the right and out, feeling that inner groin open up. The integrity of open up. Uttanasana is forward bend. Apanasana, when relieving pose, is to keep the thigh on the belly. This is when relieving pose. Do it when you have gas instead of taking a Tums.
On my finger.
When your loved one's full, I've never thought about this. I don't know why it came. When your loved one's full of hot air, just tell them to go do Apanasana. Pavana Muktasana. Get your head in. Okay. Okay, and take your belt. It's a way to tell someone off. Okay, unique to a yogi. You're taking the hands down the butt and wrapping in. If that's comfortable to you to hang out here. As the foot comes up to the ceiling, left foot, the belt is right under the balls of the toes. The elbow should not be on the floor, so you might need to wrap one more or do some hang up with the belt higher. Pull the belt right near the balls of the toes, just under so the belt helps pull the toes toward the kneecap, and you reach through the heel to stretch the calf, the Achilles. Deep stretch there. Straighten your leg as best you can. The weight, because the elbows are not on the floor, the weight of the arms and just hanging there can help the stretch, depending on your stretcher. Okay, inhale. The little dog till, let the low back come off the floor. Tail is heavy. As you exhale, pull the ribs in. You're going to flatten those low ribs to the floor and raise the right leg up to match the left. Good. You might even already notice a difference in the left. Well, we did the right, so that's left and right. As you inhale, exhale, keep the low ribs grounded as you reach through the heel and slowly lower the right leg. The shoulders, the jaw does not have to get involved. Squeeze your right glutes as you slowly lower the leg. Your core is doing the work here. The psoas, the key hip flexors on that leg, is wrapped into the belly. So that's what's working. And inhale down here. Relax your smile, find goodness in the face. Exhale as you slowly bring the foot back up. Inhale here. That's it. Keep the ribs grounded as you come up. As you exhale, draw the ribs down, shoulders are flat, and slowly come down. Keeping lower ribs grounded on both sides. Don't favor one side of your core. Inhale down here, squeeze that glute. And as you exhale, ribs are down and you come up. Slowly. Some of you go slower. Don't use velocity here. All right, last one. Inhale when you're up. Exhale, core totally engaged, shoulders relaxed. Reach to the heel as best you can, straighten the leg. You might not go all the way down. You might just go 2 inches and your ribs try to come off. Be real. Acknowledge the goodness of you right as you are. And then when you come up, just when you exhale, your pores engage. Moving slowly. Woo! I think we're equal on both sides, right?
Yes.
Take bend your knees, wrap your hands around the legs somehow. Give yourself a double knee squeeze and rock again. Release your back, your core, and your belly with the massage. Find the goodness of this rocking. How nurturing it may be. Okay, legs are stretched out. Core is awake and alive. Let's work on the hips just a little more. I know you love it, Ed.
I love the hips.
Take your hands in to your knees are bent again, feet under your knees. And bring the right leg in toward the chest. Cross the ankle, the right ankle over the left. thigh if possible, or knee area. Flex your toes. And then begin a little bit of windshield wipers, just starting to go left and right. Loosening up your head, your spine, low back, buttock area, pelvis. So remember, the pelvic work is related to the brain. You want a free pelvis. The Brain Gym book talks about when the sacrum is freed, so keep going deeper and deeper in the twist. When the sacrum is free to move, the brain at the other end of the central nervous system is activated as well. Circulation of cerebrospinal fluid within the spinal column is then stimulated, and the body works more efficiently. Okay. Find your alternate release here. The foot may or may not touch the floor as it crosses the body to the left. The knee may or may not touch the floor on the other side. All right. And let's do the opposite. Yeah. Pulling that left knee in and crossing the ankle. Remember, when you do this, you're not cross-legged. You're pressing that knee toward the front of the mat. So you're really getting a rotation of the hip joint. To protect the knee, the toes are flexed toward the kneecap. Relax your shoulders. Have the breath awareness. Begin to rock. Exploring this hip, suck it. Low back. And the edges of the stretch. Pausing, exhaling, pausing, feeling the stretch. Inhaling center. Exhaling to the other side. Feel the stretch all the way to the shoulder, if you can. Releasing the ribs. And the muscles around the ribs so that you can breathe better, which helps the lymphatic system in the brain. The lymph in the brain. You're finding the ultimate twist. Eventually, pausing in the twist, you might feel it all the way up. If you twist to the left, you might feel it all the way up to the right shoulder. You twist to the right, same thing. Feel it maybe even to the fingertips, underarms. All right, I think we got the hips. We're hippie. We're hippie. All right. Bring the knees back in and rock some more. Coming to home base here, the goodness of home base. This nice stretch. You should do it every morning before you get out of bed. And raise the arm facing the camera if you're positioned like that. And just roll over to side child. Totally relax and feel the goodness of that. We got a lot of blood in the brain. So we want to pause and relax, remembering the goodness of totally letting go in this pose. The top shoulder hand is on the floor in front of you to give you a little support. You're leaning into that. You're not leaning back. If you're leaning back, your core is working. So you just totally relax your belly, leaning forward a little bit. Bring in the energy of goodness. You might recall something good you did for someone. Connecting with the goodness of you and how they felt. how it felt for you to give unconditionally. You need to come up, extend that top leg, lean into that front hand. Chin is down under the neck releases we've been doing. Very slowly, using your arms, push your stuff up to seated pose. Ooh. Think how that feels to be upright again. And I just wanted to welcome Gazelle. She's back. Yay! So nice to have you back. All right. So did everybody get the...
Unmuted. Thank you. Nice to be back.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Did everybody get the email I sent out with the practices we've been doing for the... It's really my version of a brain workout, but it's a cardio workout for your lymph and your cardio. Did everybody get the email?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Second, okay. So now I'll send it to you. We're working on really revving up our cardio and our respiratory systems. Respiratory systems help the lymph purify, which helps the brain, right? But meanwhile, we're slimming down everything, and I'll show you that. So let's come to the knees. Coming into table pose. Melt your heart to the gate of the shoulders. Let the arms go in their sockets. Drop your head. Notice if you have sway back, lift your tail. Inhale into the belly. As you exhale, tuck your tail, arch your spine, tuck your chin. Press into the floor, feel your back of your ribs. Take an extra breath into the ribs in this cattail. And then exhale, come back to table. Let your heart melt. Inhale, lift your tail, drop your belly, lift your head, dog tail. Feel your pelvis. So your pelvis, the pubic bone's going back, tail's coming up. And then move from your pelvis. As you exhale, tuck your tail, belly in under the ribs, chin to chest. Feel your shoulders and neck stretch. And as you inhale, let's start with the pelvis, lift the tail, drop the belly. Dog tail. Couple more on your own. Shoulders go back in the dog tail. You're really feeling the pelvis is tilted. Best you can. Tuck the tail and tilt it the other way. Pausing in the ultimate destinations to feel the extra stretch. Dog tilt. And cat. Next time you're in dog tail, tuck your toes. Lift your knees off the floor a couple inches. Melt your heart, shoulders back, hovering dog. Keep your knees bent as best possible. Send your hips back, your heart back toward those bent knees and thighs. In a downward dog, you might have to take your feet back a little bit depending on where your hands were. Coming into a nice bent knee dog. Straight back, sliding more back. Let your head dangle so you get that blood to the brain. Lift, purifying, breathe. And then pitter patter, walk your feet. One heel goes down, one heel lifts. The other heel goes down, the other heel lifts. Walking your dog. And then twist your dog. So when the right knee bends, your hips go right, stretching your left side. When your left knee bends, so right heel down, twist left. Stretch your right side. Do that a couple more times. When you're twisting to the right, you press into the left hand. When you twist to the left, you press into the right hand. Find a good stretch here through the hips. Pelvis coming off the ribs. The space there. Great. Next time you're centered, have your feet hip distance apart. Walk your hands back and hang in ragdoll. Grab an elbow forward. Still trying to get blood to the brain here. It's an inversion.
Oh, I got lots of blood.
Back to face. What?
I got lots of blood in my brain. I'm gonna pop.
Okay. All right, so you gotta come up slowly now for blood pressure. Just bring your elbows to your thighs. Hands in prayer pose. Hips down, hard up.
Mars attacks.
Let your blood pressure reestablish. All the weights in all four corners of your feet, your thighs are saying hello, hello, hello. Some of you might have to have your hands on your thighs or your knees. Come up a little higher, everybody now, hands on thighs. And here, do dog and cat tilts. You can lift your tail, take your shoulders back, lift your head, inhale. As you exhale, tuck the pelvis, arch your spine, chin. So be very aware of pelvis. Lift the tail. Shoulders back as you inhale. Exhale, squeeze your glutes, tuck, 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 belly in and up. One more. Inhale, deep. It's all about the pelvis. Exhale, see how much you can get that pelvis to move. Good. Ooh, any burns in the thighs yet?
Everything's burning.
Okay, come on up. Come on up. Find the goodness of being on your feet and out of that pose. So when you're doing that work, make sure in cats and dogs, your heart's going to be above your navel. Your back's, straight. Working enough pelvis. Okay.
Oh.
All right, so just to make sure you understood the handout, I gave you, I think, 5 links. Yeah. But I also gave you instructions on, so I'm calling this the brain cardio yoga workout.
Oh, the YouTube,
So I get, huh?
the YouTube links that you sent.
I think these are Facebook.
Oh, maybe Facebook, whatever the links you sent.
Yeah. I could not figure out how to just get it like YouTube. So there's the first one is the main practice. And what I've done is she has, if you go to her, or this particular link, and you click on the main, it's called something over 50, workout 50 plus. So she's got a lot of different vinyasas or movements. So what I did, just so you know, I've picked out movements that work the pelvis and the spine in all 6 directions. So the first one mainly works, it's straight. But then I've added one that gets your side bodies, and I've added one that gets your twists. That's my intention for why I picked the first 3. And then I did another one for cross crawl. Remember, the brain gym is when we do opposites. So anytime we can work opposites, that's helping the left and right hemispheres of the brain. So Gazelle, if you haven't figured it out, we're working on our brain this session. Yeah. Okay. All right. So take your hands to your pelvis take one hand on the belly, the thumb is on the belly button, and the hands on the low. The back hands on the back. Feet are hip distance apart. And I just want you to do your pelvic tilt. So notice you might have to bend your knees a little bit to tuck. When you tuck, you want to feel your glutes activate, right? The pelvis also moves this way. So your knees have to bend a little bit. Just kind of warm up. That's it. Like that. Great. You'll feel your spine, curve the ribs all the way. And then the pelvis also goes twisties, right? So you'll notice these movements in the first three of the links. Right. So just be aware of your pelvis as you work. We've been working on this gazelle, so we might go a little faster, but you can go to the links and it's clear. What the teacher doesn't cue is breath and alignment for safety. So we're going to go slow so I can cue that. All right. So the feet come in at first are hip distance apart. You're going to do a good mountain, open heart, turn your palms up. So when you do this work, remember you're working with the postural muscles. So you're pulling those muscles and drawing them back and then opening up the chest. Just to warm up the shoulders for our work a little bit more, go ahead and sun breath up. Inhale. As you exhale, halfway through, turn the palms down and come to the hips. Root to rise, inhale. Reach up till the ribs come off the pelvis. Do those side stretches like you're trying to pick apples. Stretch over to the opposite side as best you can. Feel the side bodies open up. Lateral stretches for the spine and pelvis. Inhale, up mountain. And exhale, conscious, coming down. A couple more like that. Sun breaths in, yeah. Notice if you can touch your hands. The elbows might have to bend. And exhale, down. Some of you can just clap the hands. And shoulders lead the. This first one is side adduction or side stepping out to the side. You're going to tap, and come back. A little bounce in your knees. And tap and bounce. And tap and bounce. Now, just remember the links that I sent you, she goes really fast. I encourage you to try to keep up with her only if you're, to your edge, not past your edge, not where you're not aware of alignment and safety. And then if you can never keep up with her, you find music that will challenge you, get you out of breath, get your own music. Once you learn the pose, try to memorize the poses. Because that will help you with memory, right? So try to create your own routines. You can find other poses that she offers and create your own routines, put it to memory, and then your own music if you want. So you're going to add the arms. And remember, we're doing 10 of each, and you're working towards set of 4 or 5. So 40 to 50 of each one. Add your breath. Add a little, like a jumping jack sense of joy. A little tapping out. I'm touching fingers. Breath, so tap it out. Feel your ankle get a little strong there. Yeah. So we're just going through one round just to make sure it's in your body. The second one, remember, it's kind of a half locust. when you're going to take the foot back, the tail is down, the glute acts. So take your right foot back. It's a balancing thing, so make sure the foot is hip distance apart from the left. Keep your tail down, your pelvis is kind of trying to go into the cat tilt, and raise your arms. Feel that stretch to the right quad. And then come back, hands come to thighs. Inhale. Exhale. And engage your glutes. And take it to the other side. Tail down. You're stretching your left quad. Your ribs are in, your tail is down. Feel that stretch. And the balance. And the joy of having your armpits open. The goodness. And come back. Do the right. And back. Inhale. Exhale. Find your glutes squeezing. Tap your legs. And breathe. Go your speed. Get your speed going. So what she does not cue is the right and left hemispheres of the brain. So you're gonna now just do one arm up and the opposite leg. So right leg back, left arm up. This is the brain gym part that we're at. Right? So when right is back, left arm's up. There you go. And switch. Right foot back, right arm up. And you're having fun yet? And then switch, left back, right up. Yeah. And then both. So have some fun with it. Playing with your brain. Okay, come back. I'm talking as I'm doing this. Am I the only one a little out of breath? Good. So remember, we're working on lymphatic flow. All through your nose. You're breathing through the nose. Big breaths. You're trying to get that lymphatic system going. So this next one is all about, so remember, we're working on the chest, the shoulders, the side bodies, the back, the core, right up here, this little here, and the arms, underarms. We're getting it all. So for this one, you want to have your feet a little wider, and the arms are in cactus. And when you come together, try to squeeze. So you're lifting your pectorals, trying to get this up, right? And back, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Forward, squeeze and lift. That's your exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. As much as the shoulders will come in, you don't want them to come in and round. You're really trying to. Now you're going to add you will round, you're going to tuck your tail, squeeze your glutes as you come in. You're crunching the front side. I want you to feel the sense of the belly coming in and up like we've been doing that deep breathing. Your glutes are tucked, you're squeezing, but your chest is lifting up as you're squeezing. And then your pelvis goes back in dog tilt. Do not overdo this or you'll hurt your back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together, activate those postural muscles, and then exhale, pull in and crunch. Tuck that tail, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, squeeze your postural muscles, open the front arms. Exhale, engage your pecs and your inner arms. Inhale back, dog tilt, cat tilt. Crunching. You're going to find your rhythm. Big, deep breaths in your nose. Feel the edges of your stretches. Don't go so fast that you're not aware. You're not throwing your back out. We're really working both glutes. Okay. And then the next time the hips are back, the arms are going to come up. They can be wider if you need. She will have her knuckles together, but not if you round. So find a good open posture and then crunch down. Inhale, dog till. Exhale, cat. Imagine this front crunching like you're on the floor doing crunches. The exhale is always when you crunch. Good. So you're going to work up to 10 each, and then 2 sets of 10, and then 3 sets of 10, and then 4 sets of 10. You'll notice in her videos, some of them in the past, she's got a thickerness. And then she gets littler and littler and littler. She's getting rid of all the love handles, everything. It's really cool. Okay, last one for the arms. You're going to cross them. Now, she just, in the video, different videos have her doing different things. She just clamps them. I want you to go ahead and cross and lift your chest. Inhale, feel the shoulder blades squeezing, and cross and lift your chest. The other side. So you inhale, and then you cross the other arm on top. Inhale, cross the other arm on top. And feel your shoulders really working out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Remember the work we're doing is 50% is half about the breath, right? All right, and that's that part. That's the first video. The second video is side body work. So you're going to take your pelvis and go to each. Just be sure you're trying to elongate the muscles. When your hips go left, you're taking the right ribs. I even press to warm up. I press my hand down and press my hand down on the other to get that side and the pelvis releasing. Notice your range. So imagine some of you just moving to side, stiff. See if you can crunch the side. Pull the shoulder to the hip. Crunch. We're working to strengthen and stretch the sides. Right? We're working. You feel that? It's different. It's different from just rocking from side to side. My knees have to bend a little bit to get the crunch. You may or may not need to bend. You may have more muscles. Okay, and then from here, take the arms up. And let's see, you can make thumb up or index finger up. And then you're going to bring, when your hips go right, you crunch that side more and you lift back and up with the left elbow. And crunch, bend the side. Wag your tail and work it. So you have to play with your legs, how far apart works for you. And then just find your pace. Reach. So get your own music, right? Inner music here. Woo, woo. Right? You want to be out of breath by the time you finish with this. Okay, so that's your lateral stretches. And the last one is the twist of the spine. So we're going to start with the feet together and the knees. Now, feel the pelvis do that twist like we did earlier. So, right? The hands can be in fists, not too tight. And you're crossing over the elbows can bend. Initially, it's easier. So feel that pelvis. Make sure that left is coming back, right is coming forward, left. Feeling all the muscles out of the pelvis twisting. And then if you get more vigorous, you can straighten out your arms and get more arm work as you do this. So it's like, that like little kids, they get so excited. It's like, okay, let's go. And to the music, right? Keep the breath flowing. Woo, feel that freedom. The goodness of that spine, the pelvis moving. Woo. Come on, some of you moving arms more than pelvis. So slow it down. Twist the pelvis, even if you keep your arms steady at first to feel that twist. Any questions? Bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the navel. Feel your heartbeat.
Mm-hmm.
If you do not have a strong enough heartbeat to feel it in your chest or belly, you need to do more, right? If you're not out of breath a little, like you've done a little sprint, then it's not enough to get the lymphatic system going, right? Feel the goodness of this gentle self-acknowledgement of the hands, the hug, the gratitude the body has for the goodness of the practice. Always focusing on what the body was willing to do, able to do, not what it couldn't. It's the goodness of what the body tries for you. Like you would guide a child. You don't say, oh, you're terrible, you can't do that. You say, oh, that was good, let's try this.
I like my dance teacher.
Do it for yourself. Do it for yourself. All right. So, any questions about all that? Pretty self-explanatory? So, see if you can memorize those movements, the ones that we just did. Play with it at home because we're working on the brain and the memory, right? So it's good to just try it, mess up. The more you mess up and figure it out, the more your nervous system, your brain will be stronger, right? So it's not about getting it perfect. It's about remembering, trying to remember, working that memory muscle. All right, so we're going to head on down, but I first want to remember to remind you of the brain buttons, because we're going to do it lying down. So remember the brain buttons. At first we let's take the right hand to the navel. The left hand is going to cross, and when we're on the floor, we're going to come under the collarbone and then just massage all around and under that. This releases, this is, of course, lymph stuff. It comes right up to the carotid artery, which helps the brain. So we want to do this. And then and this cross, this left and right, this creates center line. And then you can bring the hand over on the further to the left and the bottom on the left side of the navel as you're on the right side of the sternum, and that's more brain gym. So just play with that. I just wanted you to see it before you get down. And then come on down and come in, get your eye bags, your cover-ups. And find yourself in that reconstructive rest pose one more time. Before you get done, if you have a bolster or a pranayama pillow or a blanket you want to roll, or just fold, that you can put under your feet, and eventually under your knees, just to release the pelvis, the low back when you get there. So, once you get down, feel the goodness of being on the ground again. So we stirred up a lot of energy, and we're marinating now. And remember that prana, that life force that we freed. We didn't just do oxygen, we did life force. That is intelligent. Prana is intelligent. It's going to go to where you need it the most for healing and balance, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, or spiritual. So just trust the process. You want to raise that energy and then marinate it. So once your feet are on the bolster on the floor, take your left hand to your navel and cross the right hand over the sternum onto the left side of just the fingertips. Are just massaging, pressing down and around in circles. Whatever feels good. You can pummel your fingers like they're walking across those tendons and tissues from the sternum right under the collarbone, pressing down in those spaces. This area connects all the way to the sternomastoid and the carotid artery. So you want to, at first when you start doing this, it might be tender, so go slow and just be mindful of what you got there. You might go down to the second rib and work under there a little bit, out to the shoulder. You take now you've centered by having I'm hoping I didn't mirror. Your right hand's under your collarbone.
Yes.
Your left hand now crosses over to the right side of the navel, onto the skin on the right side of the navel, and then just circle both, or just pummel both with your fingers, and breathe. So again, it's going to be tender at first, and the more you do this area will open up. So just notice any tenderness, give it some gratitude, some love. Relax your shoulders. Get deep in there. You should feel it. Slow and mindful. And let's do the other side first. The right hand's on the navel. Left hand comes cross center line. Brain, that cross crawl works for the brain. And then right under by the sternum, under the collarbone, you're going to start pulmoning or circling there. Relax your shoulders. So find a luxurious feeling of goodness, a good massage. Go in between the ribs and down and there and around and pressing around. Being mindful as you go out toward the shoulder of lymph. Imagine that web of lymph under the skin. Some of you have the shoulder issues. Go ahead and get, by the shoulder, on the inside of that shoulder if you want, lymph nodes. Come back to center, go under that other rib if you want. It goes, these sternomastoid, they all go under there. This can release your neck muscles if you release these brain points. And then your right hand crosses to the left side of the navel and massages at the same time. And breathing, smooth, easy breath. Your body might ask for a deeper breath. Give it to whatever it asks for. Your fingers are wise. They're being curious about what's there, the tension. They're discerning. Your mind is focused on sensation, what you're doing. All right, very good. And then when you feel equal on both sides, go ahead and get your blankets, take the legs over that, whatever cushion you have or not. Come to corpse pose or legs up, whatever you want to do for your final pose. And cover up your body and your eyes. Make sure always, for future reference, if the room could be a little warmer than normal, I always have a heater going on when I do yoga, just because the house is never as warm as I want it to for my muscles. And especially if you had a good workout like we did today, you're going to get colder quicker when you relax. Once you get settled in, feel the earth underneath you. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, melt into those points of support, the goodness of support. And do that again with meaning. Deep breath in. Big, 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 big. And let it go. Breath out. Letting your body get heavier. Feel the support more. One last deep breath. Sip in a little bit more, hold it. Notice tension, anything you haven't let go of it, you exhale. Let go. Making sure the chin is not higher than the forehead, so you get that cervical spine, natural curve there. Let the head be really heavy. Feel the back of the head, how heavy it is on the support. And see if you can let the head get even heavier into the support to relax your neck muscles. Let your head go. Swallow if needed to relax your throat. Relax your tongue and the back palate. Now the teeth is separated, needed to relax the jaw. Allow the lips to separate if needed to relax the muscles around the mouth. Feel the whole face soft and relaxed. No furrowing of the brow or worry lines, just everything like a baby's face. Eyes melting in their sockets. You wear the front of the shoulders melting down into the back shoulders, and the back of the shoulders releasing down. Arms and hands heavy and relaxed. Torso, spine releasing. Aware the pelvis, heavy, relaxed buttocks, legs, relaxed. Feels heavy. Soles of your feet relax. Soft, relaxed toes. Whole body from toes, heels to head. Letting go. Being restored. Energy flowing to those places. Imagine energy, prana flowing to the places in your body, mind, or spirit, being balanced. And for the next few moments of relaxation, just be aware of the goodness of the breath, this gift that we take for granted often, this affirmation from our Creator. Becoming aware of your breath again. Aware of the body lying on the support, being breathed, the goodness of the breath, the posture, any goodness from the practice. So you begin to awaken, deepen your breath. Begin to move small parts first, fingers, toes, head turning, wrists and ankles churning in circles. Eventually taking the arms up overhead, giving yourself a full body stretch and yawn. Releasing tension from the face. Bending knees, rolling to side child. Pausing for reflection, how you might take the practice off the mat into your life. Expand your awareness and train yourself to look for what is good and beautiful. Mark Houlihan said, when you do this, when you focus on what's right in your life, what's good in yourself, people, places, situations, when you focus on what's right in your life and the world, you bring forth the law of positivity, which governs your affairs. You create something good. You're in charge of co-creating goodness in this, your life, in the world. To come up, extend the top arm, extend the top leg, press into that front hand, and use your arms, not your neck. Chin down to come up to a comfortable seat. And bringing your hands in prayer pose.